Okay, and reading today, we are going to talk about more about our climates and the different types of weather pattern that we have in climates. So we have learned about four main climate regions. We have talked about the desert region. We have talked about the polar region. We have talked about the temperate region. Remember, we live in a temperate climate. And we have talked about the tropical climate. So the temperate climate where we live has different types of weather. We talked about this some on Friday. In a temperate climate, we can have really hot summers, but also cold winters. And we see that today. We see an example of that today. In a temperate climate, we see that you can have lots of snow. But in a tropical climate or a desert climate, they don't ever have seasons with lots of snow. So today we are experiencing something called different seasons with a temperate climate. So let's go ahead and find our task for ELA today. Go ahead and click on Activities, Assign to Class folder, Red ELA. When you find our task today, you will see it. It's called The Reason for the Seasons. We know that in a temperate climate, we have different seasons. We have summer, fall, winter, and spring. So here are some directions of what we're going to do today in ELA. In ELA today, it's an independent work day. I'm going to get you started and explain what the task is, but then you're on your own today to explore the text, listen to some videos, and show your knowledge. So number 1 says we're going to click play and listen to our learning target for today. Then on slide number 2, we're going to listen to a book called Seasons. And Mrs. Thaxton, she recorded it for you. So today we get to be listeners to our text. Then there are some sentences, and you're going to drag words into the blanks to show your understanding of listening to our text. Then on slide number 3, you're going to watch a video titled Seasons, and you're going to think about what causes different seasons in each region. Then you're going to use the video to help you show your knowledge. Let's go ahead and open our task together. You may click Add Response. And let's begin looking at our learning target for today. On slide number 1, we're going to listen to where we've been, what have we been learning, and what are we going to be learning? Where are we going next? I'm going to push play on the video, and you are focusing your attention. You are listening to what our learning target is for today.
Good morning, third graders. We have been working on the 2 standards that you see on the left, identify the major climate regions of the United States and explain their characteristics. We've also been talking about how the animals and vegetation in a specific climate survive based on their physical characteristics. And today we're going to carry that same information a little further, thinking about how and what causes the seasons. Our learning target for today is 3 ESS1, obtain and combine information to determine seasonal weather patterns across different regions of the United States.
So today, boys and girls, we're going to think about our temperate climate. We're going to think about those 4 seasons: summer, fall, winter, spring. And today we're going to look at why do those happen? let's go ahead and click on slide number 2. Everybody's clicking on slide number 2. On slide number 2 is where your work begins today. At the top, you have some directions and some links. Some videos to click on. So first it says, listen carefully to the Mayan book called Seasons. Right here is your Mayan book, and it's a video of it reading it to you. So today you can listen to the text called Seasons. As you listen, drag the word on the right that correctly completes the sentence. So over here on the right, you have lots of words, and you're going to click the correct word and move it into the blank sentence. So, for example, sentence number 1 at the top says, there are blank seasons every year. Using my background knowledge, I know that there are 4 seasons every year. So I'm going to take the word for and move it into the correct sentence. Now it says there are 4 seasons every year. This is your first job today, to listen to the Mayan book and drag a word from the right over to a sentence to complete it, and make sure every sentence makes sense. When you're done, you should read them to yourself and listen and ask yourself, does that make sense? Go ahead to slide number 3, please. Slide number 3 is your next job. Here you have some directions being read to you. If you forget what to do, you can always click on the directions and listen. This slide asks you to watch the video and think about what causes temperate regions on Earth to have seasons. Remember, we live in a temperate climate. We have cold winters and warm summers. So why is it that way? What causes a temperate climate to have seasons? Your job on slide number 3 is to click the video and listen and think about the cause. Go ahead to slide number 4, please. On slide number 4, you're going to show your knowledge from the video on slide number 3. Slides 3 and 4 go together. On slide number 4, you're going to find and circle 3 things that work together to cause our seasons. So after you watch the video on slide 3, I want you to show your knowledge. What are 3 things that work together so that we have 4 seasons? Spring, summer, winter, fall. Show your knowledge by circling 3 things that work together to create seasons. And number 5 is your reflection page. Number 5 says to use the microphone to explain your understanding of how and why the Earth experiences seasons. Today is an independent work day. You have directions on every page that will help you. Your job is to start with the Mayan book, showing your correct sentences. Then watch the video on slide number 3. Show your knowledge on slide number 4. And number 5 is a reflection page. Explain what you understand about today's book and video. Show me what you have learned today. I'm going to go ahead and get you started on your work time. Remember that we will start math at 10:30. I'll be on Zoom at 10:30 for math. Don't be late. We've got a lot of fun things to do with fractions today. I'm going to go ahead and end our recording, and you may get started on your work today.